Two are getting rough, my mind just sounds like Shia LaBeouf. It says no, 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 just no, 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 no. And every time I see him with you, my heart sounds like Shia LaBeouf too. No, 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 no. Shia LaBeouf, it says no, 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 just no, 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 no. And every time I see him with you, my heart sounds like Shia LaBeouf too. No, 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 no.
No. We get along just fine here on our own. What you offering? Another money mind. Oh, you wanna rob me blind? Well, I don't know this time. Oh, don't want it just to lie. Don't wanna feed the fire. Tell me what to do. Been listening to my heart. It's leading me from the dark. Tell me what to choose. Don't wanna trust a liar. Don't wanna feed the fire. Tell me what to do. Listening to my heart. It's leading me from the dark. Tell me what to choose. Tell me what to you try to keep us down, but we are backing out because the time is now. You're screaming till you're breathless, till other voices drown. But we ain't backing down. Oh, our time is now. Don't wanna just a liar. Don't wanna feed the fire. Tell me what to do. Hey, hey. Listening to my heart. It's leading me from the dark. Tell me what to choose. Tell me what to
When I close my eyes, I can almost see it. When I take a breath, you fill up my lungs. And if my mind worked backwards just for a minute, I'd hold on to you before the memory's gone. I remember you, you left my
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Lords of the Points Economy Group Stage 2018. Today we'll be streaming GanGs Republic versus VICtoreS. My name is kenanahmed. I am English commentator here, joined with...
The legend. Hello, guys. Hope everyone is okay and enjoying the April Fool's celebration. So, we'll be having kind of interesting game today from GanGs Republic and VICtoreS. We have GanGs Republic. We'll be playing in the blue side. They are the host, and VICtoreS in the red side.
Yeah, and this is definitely going to be one of the exciting matches. On the blue side, we'll go ahead and mention everybody there. We have Vitality, 23 Golden Rose, Repartee, Pizrak, Super Arms, Roberto 7773. And for the red side, we have Son of Kazakh, Eclipse, Immortal Hero, Make, Doberman 777, 135, and Marian.
Okay,
And,
so the battle had just started, and everyone is going toward to the point B exactly in the center. We have to mention that this battle is being played with alterations and with smart supplies, bonuses from the sky, and there are no micro upgrades.
Yep.
So,
And
yeah.
looks like there's a huge fight going on for B right there. But it looks like the red side's probably going to get that.
Okay, so right now 3 points are taken for but point B is getting for the blue team. Looks like they are all concentrated on the center, and they are trying to take care of that because, like, for Iran map, like there are 5 points. It's more like 2 in each side, and there is point B in the center. So this is most probably the most important point which they have to take, because if they have 3, most of the time at least, they can win the total round.
Yep, but it did look like the red team made a push for D. They kind of flanked around. It didn't work out at the end because the blue team ended up taking that back. But looks like the blue team is pushing forward, but the red team is trying to push them back. You have 135 and Marion going for the P point, but Super Arms is right there, but only with the nitrous, and gets taken out really quick. And it looks like the fight is right now at B, where Make and Los Angeles are going head to head, but you had Vitality there with that Aceta, which is going to do a lot of help there. It looks like there's a push going for B again. Doberman 77, Kazakh pushing for it. Pizrak trying to come in, doing some damage with that Firebird, but it's not going to be enough.
Well, one of the most important techniques which I saw right now is that each team of both of those teams are using a player with Viking and Freeze, and he's doing a major role in, like, he always go to the enemy side and he tries to freeze them and slow them down in their base, so they, like, you know, they suffer or struggle going to the center or whatever to which way they are going. So Freeze is very effective in when it comes to capture the points.
Oh yeah, and it looks like the Acetas are always going toward the center, staying with their team pretty much, to always constantly provide them health. And it looks like point B is going at it again, where there's this huge fight that goes on. The team from the blue, team red, just going right at it. I mean, you have their Aceta that's constantly there healing them, which really does change the course of the outcome, so to speak.
It's like you always see them like they are standing in pairs. They don't go like to point one by one. It's like they either go in groups, like 3 or 4 players in the same time, in order to take over it and probably leave someone there like trying to defend it, and then they head up to the next point.
Yeah, and it looks like they have extremely good coordination, and right now there's a little bit of something going on at point E. I can see the blue team is constantly making a push for point E, which they consistently keep getting. However, since the red team spawns right there, it's very easy for them to take it back. And right now it looks like the blue team is really controlling almost every point right now except C. Right now, they're making a big push for E. Super at arms coming in with that Titan Twins. Really strong combo right there. But, ooh, that railgun shot from afar takes them all out.
Oh.
And, yeah. I believe railgun is quite an efficient weapon on Iran because
if it's being used right now with alteration, which makes it super OP, then yeah, it can be like a very dangerous weapon right now.
Yeah, and it always does provide that punching, finishing shot. And if you just know how to use it, and if you use it from a safe point from afar, then you know it'll be quite powerful, depending on obviously once again if you know how to
knowing
use it.
those names from previous tournaments, they are very professional. Trust me, they are not new players, so they definitely know how to use each gun at least, like all of those players.
Oh yeah, I completely agree. Now you have
Yeah.
Los Angeles flanking around, going for point C. I believe that's the first time that the blue team really made a good push on point C, which is being taken right now, but Kazak and Government's one right there.
But at some point, I almost saw all the points with the blue color, like A, B, C, D, E, were like at some point for the blue team, but they have 3 points taken right now, and red team, which is VICtoreS, are trying to get their points back because they hadn't. So looks like they will have to change their tactic if they want to like take at least 3 or 4 out of those points.
True, but right now the score is 2-9 with 4 minutes left in the battle, so this can be anybody's game. You know, with control points, things turn around very quickly.
In 1 minute, like the result can be turned over, and you can see like the other team is winning while he was losing. Like you don't really know what could happen in CP mode.
Exactly, and now point C and E have been taken by the blue team. They really make a good push into VICtoreS base. They really get all of that, and that is, you can see that they're really going for it. They're really pushing for it, and right now they almost had every single point. Obviously, red team was able to take C back. Now they're going back for E, but you could see that strong push from the blue team on point E.
The blue team gangs are like doing very good job when it comes to using the overdrive. I mean, like they always come next to each other and they make it very effective, and that's one of the key factors in order to win this battle. And speaking at point C, it most probably will be always for the red team because this is the only point which is in the base, you know, so they just respawn and go next to it and capture.
Yep, and you can see gangs, they just got control of point E. It's literally point C that they don't have. You can see that VICtoreS are really trying to make a push for that point E, at least to get that point, as it is closer to their spawn. They're not really going for B, but you can see that you have Los Angeles right there in Vitality, who are really guarding point E. You have an Acida, you have a Titan and Ricochet, Viking and Smokey. They're really holding that down, but you see that now there's a push for point B, while the two Titans make a push for point E. So, but is it gonna work? Maybe, because it's possible that these two Titans might be able to overcome and adapt and get point E. However, there's Los Angeles Roberto and Golden Rose.
Oh well, looks like there's lots of fight going on point E and point C. With this score right now, 90-12, and oh my god, all the points are for Gangs Republic, and they all are blue. Like, very nice for them at this moment.
Yep. Now I see Marion's running away from the main fight, kind of camping out there with their with railgun, and now is going for point D, and it starts to capture it. But you got Pizak who's going to come in right there. Ooh, but doesn't have a lot of health, and but gets that back. But the main fight is going on at point C and E. You have VICtoreS who are really making a push for C, and they were doing much better at the beginning of the match, but now it looks like they're slightly falling back, and this match is not looking the best for them.
Well, yeah, pretty much this is going to be it, as we have 1 minute and 30 seconds left for the first round. So, and the score being 28-13 for Gangs Republic. So this is probably going to be a win for them. They are using like good tactic. I mean, like having a Titan with the twins, is definitely better than having a Titan and Thunder for victors, you know, because Twins Titan is much more effective when it comes to point. He can stand and block many players, while Thunder is not really this effective. So we will, I believe we will have to see victors changing their tactic in the next round. Maybe they can make it.
Yeah, it is possible. And now you see the main fight is going on at B, where you have Kazaa and Doberman really making a push on that with Make and Mortal Hero kind of coming in to back them up. You have Marion and Eclipse kind of shooting into the center with the railgun, which is doing a lot of damage, and you can see that the victors have taken point B, and now there's about 30 seconds left. I doubt there's going to be a really huge turnaround happening here, but at least they have control of point B. That is a strong point to have. But with the last 15 seconds,
it's not going to be helpful anyway, because this is pretty much it. So the first round is going to GanGs Republic, and actually very nice performance from both teams. I mean, both played very well, but they just need to change their tactic a little bit, change the guns that they are using, probably the protections, and they can do much better than that.
Agreed. And also, but now they're going to swap sides, so we'll see how GanGs performs on the red side while VICtoreS performs on the blue side. We'll see how that'll work. It all depends. You know, some people always say, depending on the map, there's always an advantage for one side over the other. In this case, I don't think there is, because I believe that, you know, it's kind of equal. It's kind of, I believe it's kind of fair. What do you think? Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I believe that, you know, the teams are, you know, one is on one side, one is on the other. It all depends. You know, maybe one side may have an advantage. For all the viewers, you know, you can always put your comments in the chat. See, you know, what do you think? What do you guys think? Do you think one team has an advantage? Maybe. I mean, personally, I don't think so. But that does depend. And it looks like we still have pretty much the same players. And once again, Smart Supplies will be on. For those who are just joining us, we are streaming the Lords of the Points 2018. We're going through the economy stage, and currently, yeah, the sides are switching. It looks like we're kind of in the intermission stage. And then looks like everybody's self-destructing, and the match is about to start. We got VICtoreS on the blue side, GanGs on the red side. And look at that! Look at that hard push from the left side. Oh, and it's already going. They're already going for point B. They're already pushing for that. But at the same time, there's also a good push for point D, which is currently being taken. Los Angeles and 23 Golden Rose. Making a hard push on that. Nick is trying his hardest, but he has a railgun, so that's not going to do much. Kazakh started trying to heal him, but that's not working. Right now, the red team has a whole control of the right or left side, depending on the way you're looking at it. They have C, D, and E. B is being taken by Marion right now, and it looks like Super Arms and Marion are going to go head-to-head, but you have Vitality and Pizrock are going to come right in. Kazakh trying to come in with that Asita. Doing something. They're doing something. They're kind of holding the point at where it's, you know, at a stalemate, but the red team was able to capture it. And you can see Eclipse is getting point E, but doesn't see Los Angeles coming from behind. There you go with that Titan, and Repartee coming in with the freeze. Gonna do that damage. Yep, but it constantly looks like the fight is for point B. it looks like that's constantly the fight. The blue team is doing a fair push, but you can see that the red team is really getting all the points. They're getting E, they're getting A, they're getting B, they're getting C. Literally, point B is the only one that is kind of open. You can see that, in this case, GanGs is really making a push into VICtoreS base, and they're really able to just, you know, hold them back and get their points. And that is why they're leading 4-1, 5-1 now. But once again, that all depends due to the fact that, you know, this, as everybody knows, when you play control points, the game could turn around really quickly.
And that's why this is the most interesting thing in CP, that you cannot never know who is the winner unless the game is actually over. So right now we have the score 4-2, and 3 points are for GanGs Republic, which is pretty much the same that they were doing in the first round. And they are all heading like towards point P and then go pushing to the enemy side.
Yep, you can see that, but you got Eclipse flanking from the back, who's taking point C currently. But you can see everybody's garbled up in the middle, going for point B. So Kazakh, Marion, Super Arms, Los Angeles Vitality, and now point A is being taken by Pizrock. He's got the Firebird with, and he's kind of got Doverman trapped on top of him, which is actually pretty good to have somebody on top of you because they can't shoot at you.
And Marian was just there alone, and he used overdrive all by his own, and he was taken out very quickly. And that's not a good thing at all, because when you have overdrive, you should use it with at least 1 or 2 of your team. Don't use it alone.
Oh yeah, that definitely. And you should always save your overdrive because, you know, when you use it with your team, it's much more effective compared to you just using it by yourself. Because if you use it by yourself, you're still gonna die. If you use it with your team, then everybody there has full supplies and they'll be able to make a much stronger push, which I did see at the beginning. You know, everybody was using it together, but now it's not, you know, you can see that it wasn't, well, at least a little bit ago, it wasn't used efficiently.
Yeah. VICtoreS are trying to take out point P, but Los Angeles is there alone and trying to to defend it. But Bizwack has just came for him to help with his Firebird, and looks like they will take point E because they are all going for it again. And point P is being taken by Liberty in the center all alone by himself, and this is the most important point in, like, as I said before, in the whole map.
Yep, and they now have GanGs now has control of point B and E. They were able to win the fight over at E, but now look at A. You see that little section right there? They all just get garbled up when trying to go for point A. They always get pushed back. Pizrock was able to get past. It looks like nobody on VICtoreS notices, and Pizrock is just sitting there taking point A, while the main fight is happening at point B. Immortal Hero sees him going in with that hammer, but hammer on Firebird. I think that the Firebird in this case might win.
Yeah. Well, oh no, Son of Kazakh has just came to heal him with this Casita, so Pizrock will be taken over, and they will take A point again. So what I can see right now, pretty much like all of the fight is happening on the middle, which exactly on point B, and then some players, like usually individual or like groups of 2, they go to the other points around the corners and they take it by themselves. So that's pretty much nice technique, I can say.
Yeah, and you can see that's why VICtoreS just captured C, and now they were also able to capture D. Now there's a little bit of a fight here. Super Arms and Repartee going for D, and they get D, but at the same time, due to the fact that happens, now B and E are able to be taken, but B, oh wait, never mind. B was able to get turned around real quick, and they were able to recapture it. Now obviously making Immortal Hero spawning in their base, going back for point B, and they obviously recapture that. But yeah, like I said, like you said, the fight is mainly happening at the middle. That's where they're all getting garbled up. But at the same time, if you look at the score is really close. 16-13, 3 minutes left. It's really close, and it's anybody's game.
Well, because if we can see right now, we can see that VICtoreS have 3 points, and looks like they are finally taking over some points. That's why the score is so close right now, 16-14, and we still have 3 minutes left for the second round.
Yep, but E and B are going to be recaptured. Eclipse is going for point C and is putting a hold on that, but Roberto and Pizrock spawn right there, and he gets taken out. C's back, but now A is having a push being made on, and 23 Golden Rose was able to go in there. However, his team got held up by Doberman and Marion with the Twins and, well, both Titans with the Twins and the Smoky. But here we go. Look at point E. Point E is being retaken. But yeah, you see that right there, like right beginning of the blue base is where all of the red team just gets halted because everybody just spawns right there and pushes, which obviously stops them from taking A and B. And it looks like I can definitely say that VICtoreS have a good control of A and B compared to obviously B, C, and E. They're, you know, while you have GanGs who's really controlling C and B. But as I say that, E is being taken by GanGs.
But for VICtoreS, most of their points that they always want to take are point A and D because they are the most close to them. And then when they take that, they always go to point B. But by the time, like when they go to point B again, GanGs Republic will go around and take the point which they took. So it's more like they capture the point and leave it without any support. That's why it gets captured by the enemy team pretty much fast again, you know, like without a point at all.
Yep, and you can see that right now, red team has control of 4 points, but they're slowly losing B. Doberman and Immortal Hero taking that back, but look at that. You got the red team going point D, taking that point again, yet again, while Daniela sees that, puts on a double power with freeze, but look at that, no double armor, you get taken out right away. And now they're going for point A. I think almost every point on this map is about to be controlled by the red team. Yep, they take all 5 points.
But point D is getting, like, they are taking it so fast. So it's 4 points to 1 point at this moment. And we have 1 minute left only.
You know, the good thing I like about capture mode is once you take 1 point, another team is taking the other point, and then when the other team moves from that other point to another point, the other team has already taken that point that they just took. It's like so, you're constantly trading off.
So from your point of view, like just a question, what do you think for this map would be better, if it have less points or more points?
Personally, I think it's kind of balanced with the amount of points that there are. You have 5 different points, you know, scattered throughout the map, which is great. I like A and B for, you know, you have A and B for the blue team, E and C for the red team, and
yeah, like
B
it's
is
like
where
2 on each side and B on the center, which is pretty much fair for both sides.
Yep, and I prefer this is exactly balanced and it's exactly the way it should be. I like this. This is perfectly because it can work in anybody's favor. It doesn't give one side an advantage over the other. It's all balanced, and that's why you can see with these 3 seconds left, you know, it just depends. It just depends on the team, because you saw last round the blue team won. On this round the red team won. So obviously it's anybody's game.
It's balanced, yeah, because as we can see, GanGs Republic are playing much better than VICtoreS. That's why they managed to win the second round in a row, which makes the overall score 2-0 for GanGs Republic. So in 2 minutes we will be starting the third round for this match day, and hopefully we can see better gameplay from VICtoreS. Maybe they can win this round. Well, we don't know.
Yeah, it all depends. I mean, you know, there's obviously some tactics that you have to change. But it looks like I can definitely say that GanGs Republic, they're very coordinated. And they really know what exactly they want to go for.
Each player like respawns, and he knows to where he's going to go exactly, like to which point, or if he's in the Sida, like he knows where he's going to heal, and so on. So yeah, they are playing much better. The communication between them is so nice, and that's why they managed to win 2 rounds.
Yeah, and I could definitely say that when you go to see the beginning of the last round, you could see that everybody knew exactly where to go. A bunch went for the center, but at the same time, some went from the sides and flanked around kind of to get behind them and come from behind them when they unexpected. So that way you have pretty much everybody surrounding, VICtoreS. That we had everybody surrounding them, which is, you know, from GanGs. That's a good played part. Now VICtoreS might have noticed that, and they have to kind of, you know, counteract that. You know, they have to kind of like get in their way and stop them from doing that, and maybe it could work in their favor. It all depends, and they obviously need to know. I think it's partially equipment that it really makes the difference in this, because, you know, if you don't have the right equipment, then that's obviously going to make a huge difference.
Especially protection modules. I mean.
Oh yeah, because
this is like one of the most important factors. I mean, you can be using like the right equipment, or like from tanks and guns, but if you're not having the right module from like protecting from the enemy, then you are pretty much like, you know, like you will not survive at all. You will be dead. But also for for VICtoreS, sorry, they don't have to rush to the points, all of them together. Like they have to go in groups for various points in the same time. Not the whole team is just going for one point and leaving the others.
Exactly. I mean, and you can see, you know, right now, blue team, I would say that blue team has all of the points right now. I mean, like GanGs Republic just went right in, mobbed everybody out.
Over the points. Yeah.
Like, and now they're fighting. Now VICtoreS is fighting for point C and E, which are in their own base. I mean, you could see that coordination. They just all rushed in. They knew exactly where to go, which, you know, that was perfect. That was a perfect start. And look at them. They're leading with 5-0. Well, 5-1 now. You see, they were able to just make a huge. They were able to make a fair gap, which I don't know about you.
Which is in the start is going to be helpful, because if things went wrong at the end of the round, you know, they will always have like more points to sacrifice with. It's okay exactly for them, yeah.
But now you could see that VICtoreS is kind of trying to turn the tables, and they're taking more points back. You can see that they made a push for A and D. But okay, D is left pretty much just everybody dies, and Make is able to come in there since he has a railgun, since he took everybody out, able to come in there and, you know, take that point. And you can see that what I like is that Make puts his tank in front of PizRock to block him from even pushing into point D. That's very good when people use their tank efficiently so they can actually capture the point. You know, they push people back. So
yeah,
that way
exactly.
They're not on the point.
Yeah. You have to always like push them back and block them so they don't arrive to your point. And for this task, all you need is a Titan and twins, and you see that healing you in the back. You know, this is the most effective thing when it comes to that and capture the point. So we can see like there is a big party happening on point E. Both teams are trying to take over it, but it's for red side, it's for VICtoreS, and they managed to go to get it, and now they are heading to point B.
Point B, but at the same time, C is being taken, which they don't know it is. I mean, Immortal Hero's right there. Immortal Hero was trying to take that and stop him, but you had you know, PizRock right there, who was blocking, like who was holding Immortal Hero from respawning. You know, he was in his tank. He was going in his tank while he tried to get out, which is smart also, so they can't take the point, they can't stop you. And now the push is being for point B, but at the same time there's that taken happening at point D. So now you see you trade off. So they traded point B for D, and now nobody really notices D. I mean, they do now because they're just respawning there, but the point B is where all the focus is at right now. Look, they're just leaving point B.
They are respawning and they're going like they are passing through it without even noticing it, but it's there, like you have to take it, you know.
And what I notice is that they're going for the kills. It seems like the players are going for more for the kills rather than the you know, the point itself. The capture point should always be your first priority, when obviously the killing is your second priority. However, that does, you know, that could be debated for, you know,
yeah,
for a while.
So in the meantime, we can see Eclipse has just sneaked by everyone, and he is on point D, taking it for his team, and will probably go to point A as he's done. But Vitality, oh no, Vitality is going to the other side.
Well, Vitality doesn't have a lot of supplies. Well, but now Vitality makes a push. Los Angeles is trying to come over there, but he's very slow with the Titan. But obviously point A is going to be taken back. Point B, PizRock just is right there. Now he's finally taken that back. Kazak tries to go around, but here we go. Look, point B again. where you have everybody just clustering in like groups of fours, both like all of them just go in, and it's just one cluster, and it's just like it's crazy. But at the end of the day, you see that you know, VICtoreS is able to control these points, and you can see that VICtoreS is actually making a comeback this round, because now they have the points are 6-3. You can see that they have better gameplay now. They're really much more coordinated as a team. Which, I mean, I don't know about you. The score's proven that. Their tactics are proven that. Look at them. They're going for D and B at the same time.
Well, yeah, they are definitely playing better this time. They are finally being cooperative, as you said. They are not going individually again. That's why the score is 8-4 for them, which can be so interesting. I mean, there are 5 minutes left. And if they manage to win this round, then they will be playing a fourth round, which they can like manage to get a tie from the game. I mean, that's if they win in the fourth round.
But as we say that, GanGs is able to take D, A, and B, and E, so they were able to capture 4 points. Now, obviously, point B is taken back by VICtoreS, but you see, this is a really close match right now. 6-7, 5-7. You see how the points go up and down really fast. It's pretty much anybody's game right now. I mean, you know, it just depends on coordination and gameplay. You see, there's a push going on at point E right now, and point E is being taken slowly. However, look at that, point B, Vitality, Roberto, Pizrock, going in a group of 3, going for point B, which they are slowly overcoming. But Immortal Hero is going to come in there with Firebird, and now it's Firebird on Firebird. Who's going to take that? I don't know, but point D at the same time is also, there's kind of like a little bit of a fight happening there. And it's 1-on-3, Eclipse versus Repartee, Vitality, Super Arms, and point B is retaken. Point
E was taken again, and Super Arms and Repartee are going to the center with the help of Vitality, because I can count at least 4 or 5 players of the red team are standing on point B. So they need some support from GanGs Republic in order to take it back, which is happening right now. And red team, GanGs Republic, VICtoreS are respawning, and they are not going for point B. They are going for point D, which is very interesting. They are started from the point which is far away from them, and probably will go back to the near ones. Or what?
Yeah, but I agree with that, but I also think that it's kind of smart that they go for point D, because they make a push for their base, and when you make a push for the enemy's base, you control all of their tanks.
Slow them down, exactly, and like you shoot them, so you decrease their HP. So by the time when they go to the other points, especially B, which is in the middle, they are weakened already, so you can take them out pretty much fast.
Exactly, and furthermore, by slowing them down, you give your teammates who died already to go into the center and take point B or take A and C, and to flank around and take A. You give them extra time, and time is extremely key in this too, because you know you always want to arrive at the point at the right time. You don't want to arrive at the point at the wrong time.
By the time you're saying that, looks like the table had just turned it over, and GanGs Republic had just captured. Actually, they are taking over all the 5 points.
Yep, and now they have control of all points, 7-10. And where is the red team? I mean, now they're all respawning, but where was that for like that 3 seconds right there when there were nobody spawning? They were able to get 3 points.
Actually, this incident happened in the previous round as well, in the first and second. It's like there always like a big fight and very hard fight going on the start of the round, and then when it comes to the end, GanGs Republic always take over like the 4 or 5 points together when it's closer to the round to be finished.
Yep, and you can see, well, at least you can see that VICtoreS are taking C and E back, but now they have a huge gap that they have to catch up for. They have about an 11-point gap compared to like the 1 or 2 point gap that they had before, and now there's that gap.
We have 1 minute only left.
I mean, it's possible if they were able to capture every single point right now, then they could turn that around. But you could see that that's not going to happen, because you have GanGs Republic, which are really just holding them. But I mean, it looks like they're slipping through slowly. But I don't think that's going to happen. You have Pizrock, flanking around, going for point C. Kazak and Dania just spawn right there, but I doubt it's going to really be enough. And yeah, point C is gonna continue to be taken. And yeah, it looks like this is gonna be the blue team's game. It looks like this is probably gonna go to Gangs Republic. 45 seconds left in the round in a 9-point gap.
21 to 12. That's
Yeah.
pretty much nice, very nice score actually.
And look at that, Gangs Republic once again taking all 4 points, all 5.
But point D is being taken by Immortal Hero.
Yep, but that gives them more. They have now a 12-point gap. You see, once you capture all 5 points, you get 3 points added onto the score within like 4 seconds. It's you get all these points really fast. And right now, they still have 4 points compared to D. So this is definitely going to go to Gangs Republic, and Gangs Republic is going to win 3-0.
Yeah, both teams played so well, but the winner for today is Gangs Republic. They played much better than VICtoreS. VICtoreS tried, but the game is over already with score of 3-0 for Gangs Republic.
Yeah, that was definitely one heck of a match. But you know, both teams did play well. You could see on the last round there that VICtoreS was really trying to make a comeback, and they really were. I thought they might have had it for a second because they were able to get most of the points. They were able to get all 5 points. They were able to make extremely good pushes around, and they were able to really slow the Gangs Republic team down. However, it's just they were able to counterattack them and just notice their moves, see how they were moving, and kind of just turn the tables around on them. And that that was really key throughout the match.
Yeah. So for you guys who are watching us, stay tuned because tomorrow we'll be having another live stream as well. But this time it will be for the International Clan Championship. I believe it will be from Clans Jokers versus VICtoreS. So stay tuned for tomorrow.
Yeah, it's definitely exciting. Yeah, I believe we're gonna end the live stream here. It's been a hell of a match. So from my side, I just want to thank all of our viewers and everybody behind the scenes to helping us, and obviously the players who played today. I'm going to thank you, DT or the Legend, for commentating with me here today. And would you like to add anything on?
No, just thank you guys and have a great day.